Hi, this is going to be the new 2011 movies for how to paint a product. In this case, we're going to be painting cars. This is going to be called the Read Me movie because I want you to read these and use them as you see fit. But this is going to describe how to set up the car and a quick list of how to paint every shape. Let's start with just reading the top one. And if you can see all of this on screen, I'm going to marquee the top. It says crop to 1 1/2 inches, top, bottom, left, and right. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Then go to image size and make sure that constrained proportions is on. Then under document size, change the width to 12 inches and the height will be on automatic, okay? Then it says change the resolution or the pixels per inch until the file is 40 megabytes. Now, here comes the steps to paint. Every single time you paint something, you're going to try to follow these steps. First, always work from your big shapes, which are the outer shapes, to the smaller inner shapes. What I want you to try to get used to seeing, and I'll show you in the first movie, is when you're working on the big shapes, try to ignore the smaller shapes. Try not to actually see them or let them get in the way of you seeing the bigger shapes. And you'll understand what I mean when I get there. Big shapes go on the lower layers. Smaller or small shapes are on higher layers. Now that has to do with if you're working in different sections, and that's the next thing. Make folders for every group. What that means is if you have the first one we're going to make is the sheet metal group. You'll have a window group, whether it's side windows or front windows, then mirrors, then grill, then backlights, then wheels, then tires, or whatever sections that you can break down into a folder. Please do so because that'll really make use out of your layer palette. And inside each of those grouped folders, or those folders that have a whole bunch of the layers that correspond to that shape, you will be working from the big shapes to the smaller shapes. Now, here is how we actually paint. The first thing you're going to do is use the pen tool. Make sure you're on the middle icon and path out the shape. If it's feathered, draw to the middle of the feather. I will show you what I mean. Step 2. Make a new layer for every shape and every change of color. It's important that you do that because you can always hit Command E to merge or Option Command E to make a snapshot of what you've done, but you can never separate something once you've put it onto one layer. So always make a new layer for every shape and then multiple layers for that shape for every change of color. Now, once you path it out, Command-click it to make it into a selection. Fill with the value that is necessary to match your reference. You'll see me do it 1,000 times. Then I want you to use 4 and 5 as pretty much how you do every single shape on the whole file, which is Gaussian blur to the most of the feather in the reference, and then number 5, layer mask to the least of the feather in the reference. I will show you how. And by doing it on a layer mask, all you have to do is hit the X key to go back and forth if you take away or add too much. And that's a perfect way to paint. Then, step 6, repeat the process for every change of color in every shape, and I'll definitely make a new layer for every single shape. Number 7, be happy and go on to the next shape. That does it for this movie. The next one that's going to start is going to take, and we're going to crop an image and get it ready for the painting process.